All right, angles test review. Number 1, two angles are complementary. So first thing I need to do, since I know that complementary means 90 degrees, is to draw a 90-degree angle and then cut it into two smaller angles like so. And of course, this is 90 degrees. All right, so it says that one angle is 6 less than 3 times the other. So one angle is, I'm just going to call one of these angle X, and then the other one is going to be 6 less than 3 times X. So that one right there. And then it wants to know the measurement of the largest angle. So that's what we're looking for. All right, so since these both equal 90, that's going to be a part plus part equals 90 problem because, again, this is complementary. So that's going to be x plus 3x minus 6 equals 90. That's going to be 4x minus 6 equals 90. And, of course, you can use NSolve to do this, but it's faster just for me to use solving by hand. All right, so 96 divided by 4 is going to be 24. So now I'm going to plug that back in. So that's going to be 24 here. And if I plug in a 24 there, let's see, it's going to be 66. So that's 24 degrees and 66 degrees. And of course, if you want to double check, just add them together to make sure they equal 90. All right, good. Now it said that we need the largest angle, which was 66. So even though the top angle looks larger the way that I drew it, ignore that. You're just looking at the actual angle measurement. Number 2. So again, we have two complementary angles. So I'm going to start by drawing a right angle. Complementary means 90 degrees, don't forget. So I'm going to go ahead and make my 90 degree there and split it into two angles like that. So now one angle is 16 more than the other. So let's just call one angle 16. Let's call one angle x. The other is going to be 16 more than x. So that'll just be 16 plus x. All right, now this one also asks for the measurement of the largest angle. So same thing, part plus part equals 90, because again, this is complementary. And then just write your equation, and you can use NSolve to figure out x. Or you can solve it by hand like I'm doing here. It's not going to be 74. Yeah. And divide that by 2, we get 37. Okay. So that's 37. All right, so now I'm going to plug that back in to make sure it's correct. 37 degrees for that one, and 37 plus 16 is 53. And I'm going to add those together to make sure they equal 90. Okay, good, they do. I just used my calculator. All right, so the larger of these two angles is 53. 53 is more than 37, so that's going to be this one. All right. Number 3 says that LM and LN are perpendicular. So perpendicular, which means this is a part plus part equals 90 problem. All right, so boom. MLP, so MLP, that one's going to be 8x plus 1. And then we have PLN, that's 9x plus 4. So since they have to add up to 90, let's go ahead and write that out. So that's going to be 8x plus 1 plus 9x plus 4 equals 90. So of course you can go to NSolve on your calculator, or you can solve it by hand like I'm doing here. So that's going to be 17x. If I subtract 5 from both sides, I get 85. If I divide both sides by 17, I get 5. So now I'm going to plug that in to find PLN. But I'm going to plug it into both just to make sure I got it right. So that's going to be 8 times 5 plus 1, which is 41 degrees. And then this one, which is going to be 9 times 5 plus 4, which is 49 degrees. And yes, when I add 41 plus 49, I do get 90, so we're good. All right, so we want PLN, so that's PLN. So this is the one that we want. All right, so that's the answer, 49. Number 4. TS and TQ are perpendicular, so again, that means part plus part equals 90. And then they already drew the picture, so I'm just going to put the little square in the corner. All right, then it says STR is 2x plus 9, and then RTQ, which is down here, is 5x plus 18. So let's go ahead and set it up. 2x plus 9 plus 5x plus 18 equals 90. So it's going to be 7x plus 27 equals 90. And again, you can use n solve if you would like to, or you can solve it by hand like I'm doing here. All right, so I get x equals 9. So now I'm going to plug in the 9. So I have 2 times 9 plus 9, which is 27 degrees. And then I also have 5 times 9 plus 18, which is 63 degrees. And then I'm going to add that to 27, just making sure it equals 90. It does. All right, so now this one says to find the measure of STR. So let's see, STR, that's the top angle. So this is the one I'm looking for. So that's the answer for number 4. Number 5, pH and PL are opposite rays, which means this is going to be a part plus part equals 180 problem. So let's go ahead and set it up. 12x plus 4x plus 4 equals 180. And then solve for x. You can use the n solve, or you can solve it by hand like this. All right, so I get x equals 11. All right, so I'm going to plug it into both just to make sure I got it right. So 12 times 11 is going to be 132. And then 4 times 11 plus 4 is going to be 48. And I'm going to add both of these to make sure they equal 180. Okay, looks good. So they both add up to 180. So we're good. All right, now let's see what the question actually wants me to do. Find APL. So let's see, APL, which was this one. So that's 48 degrees.